Back at it. Another live. Another day, another live. So as if the Wi-Fi gets glitchy in parts. It's a Cypriot Wi-Fi. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to convert all of these live streams into podcasts. So then you can basically listen to these wherever you get your podcast, whenever you're on the go. Because I appreciate some people like to be able to like listen to this stuff like offline or whatever. But yeah, my podcast is already available anyway. Kristian Casanova podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. Just type in Kristian Casanova podcast. There's 132 episodes. 94% of which are podcast exclusives. So I basically go deep on topics in the podcast, very much like this. This is kind of becoming the new podcast. But yeah, if you're a true Casanovian, a true OG, then you'll be well up to date with the podcast game. But yeah, they'll all be available. I'm going to do all that because I just think it's a cool thing to do. So yeah, the title of this one is Girls Come Easy Once You Have This. And I'm going to use a comment from a Casanovian, Ben, to elucidate the points. So yeah, girls come easy once you have this. So we're going to be talking in this one about beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, how you think about yourself, what factors go in to create better beliefs, and yeah, that sort of stuff. So I want to kick this one off with an interesting comment, not from Ben, but from another gentleman. So I received this comment one day ago. Now, I've told you boys before that doing day game and YouTube simultaneously has made a man out of me, right? Because when I was putting myself online in the early days, I was getting comments on the regular from guys giving me a lot of sweet commentary, being like, oh, what's this guy doing? You look terrible. Why are you wasting these girls' time? Like, you shouldn't be going out and cold approaching, blah, blah, fucking blah. So I'm used to the hinterland and the frosty reception of online. And really, I've developed a bulletproof bravado now where it just doesn't bother me. But I found this comment to be interesting in the way that the conversation played out. So this was a comment which I received on not the most recent video, the one before. It's called "This Is Your Sign to Go All In with Women." So let me read this comment out to you. It's very short and blunt to the point. Holy crap, comma, what a freak, comma, you act, comma, speak and look like a psychopath. So he wrote, holy crap, what a freak, you act, speak and look like a psychopath. I responded, thanks for watching, brother. I truly wish you nothing but the best in this life and I pray you find the joy that you seek. Red heart emoji. Now, I didn't expect him to respond to this, right? Anyway, he responded and he said, your reply was surprising me positively. Seems like you are a good person. Sorry for the rude comment on your video, exclamation mark. Okay, seriously, for me, a bit too freaky, brackets, right now in positive way. No idea what that means. But if a person is a good person, everybody should be free to do whatever he wants, exclamation mark. Sorry again, exclamation mark. After you reading this comment, I will delete the whole comment, comma. Only want to let you know, comma, before deleting, I wish you the best. So this comment, first of all, demonstrates a truly fucked up mindset of the internet where someone just comes along, sees some, and this is what happens when you polarize people, right? If I come onto a video and tell people I'm the best in the world at daytime cold approach, if I wear a black blazer and have a crazy hairstyle, people don't like it, right? People are scared of anything which goes against the grain, all right? And this is why I say to you that day game is a decentralized skill set of the awake 1%, right? When you polarize, when you put your head above the parapet, when you have obnoxious belief and empire visions, when you have irrational confidence and an inflated sense of self-worth, what often happens is people on the lower echelons of belief, they get triggered by it. And the reason why they get triggered is because it holds a spotlight up to their inadequacies, right? It demonstrates that they're just these worker drones who are, maybe they might not even have a job, but, they're working the job, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They don't realize the potential they have as human beings. They don't realize that they can be living an international lifestyle. They don't realize that they don't have to be settling for what they think they can get. They can actually go after what they want. They're struggling for money. They're chasing money. They don't even know what money is. They don't have a definition for money. They don't know what it is, but they're chasing it because they've been told that's what they need. And yeah, I just thought that this comment was interesting because it really does elucidate the self-limiting beliefs, because that's what it is, right? Like when someone, like people who hate themselves, right? People who hate themselves. And like I say, I don't get offended by these comments, but I feel pity towards these people, right? I feel pity towards them because they're in an ecosystem which champions pessimistic thinking. And as soon as they see somebody who has put in reps to improve themselves, as soon as they see somebody who is living a life beyond the beige, who's created this network, this beautiful ecosystem of inspiration and transformation, they get triggered by it because it elucidates their own shortcomings, right? So yeah, it's just interesting. This is the world that we live in, where it's a sin to love yourself. It's a sin to go after the things that you want. But yeah, you have to understand that, if you ever get into the game of creating online content, like people who hate you, they hate you because they don't have the balls to do it themselves. And I actually think receiving hate is an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone likes you, it means you're not living. It means you're hiding. It means you're a perpetual people pleaser who's petrified of pissing people off and rocking the boat. So yeah, hate is an indicator that you're on the right path. Okay, so yeah, I thought I would kick off with that one because I just thought it was interesting. Okay, so let me get on to Ben's comment now. Thank you very much, Ben, for taking the time to comment this. I responded to it saying, this comment is so fucking good, because I thought it really was. So he started off the comment with, like, he basically quoted something that I said in the video. Doing everything in my power on a daily basis to invest into the identity that I want to embody. Yeah, so this is the energy that I want you to move with. Yeah, if you've been watching these live streams, then this is the energy that we're accumulating. Doing everything in your power on a daily basis to invest into the identity that you want to embody. Right, so if you want to be the most fuckable, attractive, charismatic version of yourself, how would that person operate? Well, he would probably say hello to people. He would probably approach girls and give them compliments. He'd probably have a "I want you, but I don't need you" invitational energy, right? Like having your actions matching your ambitions. So Ben goes on to say, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. Necessary daily reminder. I'm just going to say that again so it actually sticks. It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. So this random fucker who comments hate on my videos, I'm not a solo case study. He'll just be going around dropping poison. That's beautiful. He'll just be going around dropping poison into everywhere that he goes to. Everything's negative. Everything's pessimistic, right? You've probably met these sort of people in your lives. Maybe it's friends or ex-friends or maybe family members as well. Like I find this with, especially the older generation of my family, who they're addicted to the news and Facebook, social media. Oh, have you seen what Janet did last weekend? Or she thinks she's some, like the small town gossip type of people. And look, I have extreme views on family. Like, I didn't choose to be born and I didn't choose my family. I don't like a lot of people in my family. Really, it's just me and my mum. She's the most important person in my life. And I would do anything for that woman. But yeah, most of my family, quite honestly, can go fuck themselves because, yeah, if you met them, you'd understand. Like, I've shown George a picture. One of my cousins, right? One of my cousins is like severely overweight, and he's got a six-pack tattooed onto his torso, like a six-pack of like a six-pack of like lager. Anyway, doesn't matter. But anyway, Ben continued. Many truths in this video, too many to comment on. Now, this is the point of the live stream, so listen. For me, the thing I've noticed that affects my confidence level and desire to approach or socialize is the extent to which I'm passionately pursuing a worthy ideal in life. To me, that is fundamental in shaping my sense of self and thus self-confidence. So he's noticed that his confidence level and desire to socialize is directly linked to how passionate he's feeling. Like, is he living a life where he's following his bliss and living true to his worthy ideals, right? Getting social reps is necessary and definitely a form of exposure therapy for people with underdeveloped skills in this area. But if one isn't doing something with their life that is actively fulfilling outside of this meaning day game, cold approach, social dynamics, it may impede, that's a great word, it may impede their sense of enjoyment and success greatly while doing the rest. So basically what he's saying is, if you've got a shit life where you're working a job you hate in a city that you despise, if you don't feel filled in the macro, then the conversations that you have, the people that you're going to attract, they're going to suck as well because your life sucks, right? And this is why I fucking hate like old school pickup advice, or anyone who follows that bullshit dogma where it's like, oh, you know, bro, you can be broke, you can be sleeping on like a gravy, or not gravy, like cum stained mattress in your mate's apartment, like, you know, you can just be like living paycheck to paycheck or making no money, but you know, you can still get girls. Like, I know this guy who like works at a gas station, he's broke, he don't, and he gets girls, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, who wants that life, right? You're thinking so short term. Right? This is not just about you. Yeah, it's the person that you're becoming and the father that you're gonna be. What sort of life is that? If, let's say, you wanna have a family and you're broke, you can't afford things, you can't afford to sustain a family. I think the average child costs a family over the course of their lifetime $250,000, right? Like, you owe it to the people that you love to become wealthy, to become successful, right? It's not just about you. Like, just stop being such a selfish prick. Yeah, oh, you know, I'm just gonna like bum around until I'm 50, just like getting through loads of girls. It's like, yeah, those girls might want you for a night, but you're not developing anything meaningful with these women. And like, I know so many guys, right? I know so many guys who live that lifestyle where it's like this rock star lifestyle that they try and portray as cool, but they are empty, they are dead inside. Why? Because like Ben says, they don't actually have anything to live for, right? They're not pursuing anything worthy, and like, you know, all that shit just gets old so quickly. I like to think we're all mature, radically ambitious people who follow this content. It's like, we need more than this, right? Like, we need more. So anyway, so for example, now he's talking about me now. For example, you have created a business / lifestyle, I see it the same thing, that appears to meet at least the following needs: personal growth, contribution, variety, significance, connection. So basically he's saying that the life that I'm living now ticks these boxes: personal growth, contribution, variety, significance, and connection. Now, the question, well, let's just say it's a question. If you were still working your literally shitty job, I used to clean toilets, right? So he says, if you were still working your literally shitty job, cleaning interactions would differ. Just some thoughts. Keep up content people need to consume. So this is the bit that we're going to attack, not attack, but like just like gut, like dissect. So let's frame it as a question. Kristian, if you were still working your shitty job cleaning toilets, how do you think this would affect your confidence and ability to interact with women? Like, how do you think that would play out? Massively it would affect it. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if I hadn't built and am building what I'm building. Like, people want to talk about abundance. Yeah, everyone wants to talk about abundance. I talk about abundance, having an abundance mindset. Living in abundance isn't just having an abundance of women, it's having an abundance of everything. Yeah, it's finding fulfillment in many things, so that when you are going out there to meet girls, women are not your only source of pleasure. So like, for example, if I go out and I get blown out 10 times in a row, but I know that I've got things to look forward to, right? Oh, I get blown out. Well, I'm going to be making a video. I'm going to be checking in with my guys. I'm going to be taking group coaching calls. I'm going to be traveling to Thailand and then Argentina. I've got a gym workout. I'm going to FaceTime my mum. What else do I look forward to? I'm going to go for a walk later. Whatever. Like, when you have a holistic lifestyle where you're finding fulfillment in many things, then it's never just one thing. And that small thing, it doesn't shake me the same, right? So really, to answer your question, it's all about that. It's all about the mission, right? It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about who you are. Now, I think an interesting train of thought which has just come into my mind is like, can you feel as though you're enough without acquiring things. Do you get what I'm saying? Can I be enough for myself if I hadn't have done any of this stuff? For me, the answer is no. Yeah, like for me, self-worth is a state which is earned. Yeah, like I can't resonate with any of these like spiritual people who are just like, like Eckhart Tolle talks about like being content, sat on a park bench doing nothing all day. Like that's not cool. Like that is not cool. Like it's all right for you to be blissed out your face, but what about if you've got kids? What about if you've got a family? What if you've got an army to lead? Like you're not just gonna bum around on park benches being so blissed out that it's like, oh, I'm enlightened now. Like self-worth for me is a state that we earn. Peace is a state that we earn. We earn it through doing difficult things, by proving to ourselves that we can do the things that we set out to do, because ultimately it gives us proof of work, right? It's proof of work. Like evidence has got the loudest voice. So when I'm going over to girls now, there is not a single part of me which thinks I'm not good enough. Why? Because I've got proof of work behind me. Like I've done something that 99% of people are never going to do in their lives. Like, I've built a business from daytime cold approach. I've become the best in the world at the skill. And again, if you get triggered by me saying that I'm the best, then that is directly correlating to your own insecurities. Why would you not? Why would you start anything without being prepared to become the best? The reason why people are not prepared to go to be the best is because they think they can't do it. So they'll just settle to be like above average, because if you actually shoot to be the best, then in your mind it's like, oh, I've got more to lose now. But it's like, I'm the best because I've said I'm the best. I'm the best because I've decided. Like, what's stopping you from having these mindsets? Like, imagine if someone like jabbed you right now with this like special sauce. They termed it, like they gave it like a really fancy name, like this is like blah 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 blah, and they had enthusiasm about the thing that they were injecting you with. They gave it a fancy name and they said, right, once you have this running through your veins, you are going to be brainwashed into believing that you are the most fuckable man on the planet who can achieve anything he sets his mind to, right? This is the power of thinking big. But most people, like this guy, that this first guy that commented, they just live in this perpetual peasant mentality where they don't go after what they want. They settle for what they think that they can get. So really, girls come easy when you start to think bigger. That's it, right? When your actions match your ambitions, when you are the person who you want to be, that is the power of belief. And there's going to be so much resistance to what I'm saying because people are scared to try, and people are scared to polarize, and people are scared to put their head above the parapet, right? They're terrified. Oh no, I can't say I'm the best because then people might attack me or tell me I'm wrong or try and shoot me down. It's like, let the people throw the fucking stones. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter, right? Like if you say things which offend people because it's if your grandiosity offends people, that's their problem, right? It's not your problem. Like, that's what I want. After you've listened to this live stream, I want you to believe that you are the greatest thing, right? You are the most, actually, what I'm going to do, it makes me feel a little bit, right, what I'm going to do. So last night I was listening to this song. Doesn't really have anything to do with it, but I'm trying to set the scene. It's by a guy called Fora. It's called To the Moon. It's a really like vibey song. You can listen to it after we've done this live stream. Fora, To the Moon. It just made me feel a certain way, and I just had a conversation with a couple of my clients throughout the day. I was feeling good. I was on this whatever wave, like this creative flow. So what I decided to do at 13 minutes past 7 last night was write down my new Renaissance vision. Now this is going to trigger a lot of people. I wasn't actually planning on reading this out, but I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make it public, because I hope that by me reading this out to you, it inspires you to think bigger. I've always been someone who leads by doing, right? I'm not another talking head guru online who makes 200 videos about how to approach girls, but all the videos are created in the fucking bedroom. It's like, get out of my face, right? So like, evidence has got the loudest voice. I lead by example, I lead by doing. And one of my personal mantras is dive bomb into discomfort. Yeah, dive bomb into discomfort, make myself feel as violently uncomfortable as possible, because this is the way that I believe God designed me to be this way. Yeah, not to be some low level, low ticket, pointless worker who's flipping some fucking patties. You know, like I was designed for more than that. I hope that you believe that you were as well. So I'm gonna read you out my Renaissance vision, and I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, Renaissance vision is basically like your ideal version of reality. Because if you don't know who you want to become, then you're not going to become it, right? You need the roadmap, you need the blueprint, you need the knowledge about where you're going so you know how to get there, right? It's like trying to find somewhere without having a map. It's like you've got no chance, you're just shooting in the dark. So you need a target to aim for. And your vision should scare you as well. It should terrify you. It should make you want to delete everything you've written because you think, can I actually achieve that? So yeah, give this video a like, 'cause I'm going to be ultra transparent with you. If anybody doesn't like this, then you can kindly fuck off. Okay, so the statement is a 7-figure entrepreneur who makes £100,000 per month. Kristian does this by being the best in the world at daytime cold approach, creating the best cold approach content the industry has ever seen, and being motivated by the desire to change people's fucking lives more than they could ever imagine. So focusing on impact over revenue. After working with Kristian, his clients have dates on demand, live in a perpetual state of romantic abundance, and get the women they want rather than settling for the ones they think they can get. Simply by being connected with Kristian's clients make more money than they've ever made in their lives, have more high quality romantic options than they know what to do with, and are no longer held back by the self-limiting beliefs and negative self-talk they battle with for most of their lives. Kristian buys his mum whatever she wants and flies her first wherever she wants to go. That's actually my favorite part of the whole thing. Like that's the reason why I'm doing all of this. Like it's to make her proud, because she's done so much for me, and fuck it, I'm gonna get emotional. I want to. Like that woman has been with me through so much stuff, and even when she's not always agreed with things that I've done or ventures which I've pursued, like she's always supported me. And you know, I said that I wasn't really close with many people, the majority of those fuckers in my family, but with my mum, like she's the reason why I'm doing everything. So yeah, that's the most important part of this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, I said that I wasn't planning on reading this. Okay. Kristian fears nothing and achieves anything he sets his mind to. Money comes easy to Kristian, and to him, closing high-ticket deals feels as easy as taking a piss. Sounds more Casanovian. Kristian is in elite physical condition and has perfect health. Kristian gets messages on the regular from his clients telling him how much he's changed their lives, and has recently attended his first client wedding. So this is what my ideal reality looks like, attending my first client wedding. George, if you're listening to this, get my invite ready. Kristian has amassed a global cult following of radically ambitious men who refer to themselves as Renaissance warriors. Love that. Rather than selling one-off single-day sessions or weekend boot camps, brackets bullshit, Kristian's coaching functions as an elite private members club for high-achieving, busy city workers who have millions in the bank but suck with women. Money is no object to the guys Kristian works with. Kristian charges £50,000 per year, and his clients renew 10 years into the future. Like, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Empire visions, right? My self-limiting beliefs are like, there's no way anyone would ever pay you this much money. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, little boy inside. Watch me do it. Yeah? This is what I'm talking about. If your dreams don't scare you, your dreams are not big enough. If the person you want to become does not terrify you, then you're literally playing it so small. Yeah? And it's like, okay, who do I need to become to get to that next level? Kristian is extremely selective about who he works with and says no to more people than he says yes to. Kristian is a genius. I don't remember right that. Sounds like something I write though. Kristian is a genius. Kristian is now being invited to appear on world-renowned podcasts such as Joe Rogan and Modern Wisdom, as well as getting paid £50,000 to speak for 30 minutes at live events all over the world. bro, I'm saying this shit, I'm just getting chills, and I'm just imagining myself sat across from Joe Rogan, sat across from Chris Williamson, like having the email pop up in my Gmail, being like, yeah, Kristian, we've seen your stuff, like, we want to pay you 50K to come out to Dubai to do a presentation on confidence and self-limiting beliefs and, you know, that sort of shit. Kristian's DMs are now flooded with Victoria's Secret models, actresses, and celebrities who are desperate to be with him. That was more colourful language, but I'll keep it clean. Kristian's the best to have ever done it. Kristian is the chosen one. The world loves Kristian. So that's my Renaissance vision, bro. Now show me yours. Yeah. Like, I think that's probably one of the most powerful pieces of art I've ever created in my fucking life. Not just that, but like just being able to actually read it out to you, like that is so powerful. I feel so powerful being able to just share this with you, because there was a former version of me which wouldn't have wanted to share it. You know, I'm an only child. I was brought up in a single parent household in the Lake District, and it was always just like, you know, crawl up in my little hamster ball. But like, this is what I want you to do. I want you to create and draft up your own Renaissance vision. Yeah? Because it all begins here, right? It's not about chasing accomplishments, but chasing an identity, investing into that identity that you want to embody, which is how Ben's comment started, where it was investing into the identity that we want to embody. Yeah? So what would the millionaire version of me do? Like, where would he travel? How would he treat people? What would he eat? You know, I position myself to travel. How would he treat people? What would he eat? You know, I position myself in the best restaurants. I want to make a podcast. I'll do a live stream. So, something that you probably don't know about me. For a long time, I wanted to stay in it's a hotel in London. It's called the Dorchester. People who are close to me know about the Dorchester vision that I had. So basically, like, when I started doing the whole like filming cold approach on YouTube, I saw this documentary online. It was about this fancy 5-star hotel in London called the Dorchester. And at this time, like, this was when I had £24.82 in universal credit. I thought that, you know, I would have thought it was ludicrous to spend that amount of money for like one night in a hotel, because this is how much this is how like suffocating scarcity I was. Like, I was always scared to spend money because my mindset is, if I spend this, then I won't be able to make it back. Yeah, abundance is not always having, but knowing you can have, right? So like, I saw this hotel. It was probably the marketing of the documentary. It just made it out to be like, you know, cool and stuff. And it just got crystallized in my mind. I was just like, sat there thinking, imagine if I stayed there. Like, staying at the Dorchester. And like, most people would think that staying at the Dorchester is a waste of money. That is the identity I'm deciding. If I stay at the Dorchester, what that says to God, to the universe, what that says to myself is, I deserve this. And by positioning myself in that environment, the way I will get treated by the staff, it accelerates my movement into the upper echelons, right? Because this is what that version of me would do, right? The Kristian who's making £100,000 a month, that's where he's staying, bro. He's staying at the fucking Dorchester. He's not staying at Easy Hotel or Motel 1 in Manchester. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I call this like Dorchester visions, which is just basically, it's a call to action to myself to always be thinking bigger. And I think this is what's beautiful. This is almost like the next phase of this channel, right? Like, I've become the best in the world daytime cold approach. I've said it because that's like, I am it because that's what I've said. Like, that's the energy that I move with. Like, why would I put out the intention? Like, I'm good at cold approach. Fuck off. Like, what's that gonna do? Like, you went to Dorchester if you're just good, right? So yeah, no, I just like this. This is just like emotional bravery, like transparent vulnerability, by me just being able to just like lay everything out on the line. And like, I can feel it as well. I can feel it just making me a better person. Like, showing up every day to this live stream, I'm like, you know, Picasso turning up every day to like just create his art. Like, yeah, Picasso, absolute legend. Like, true inspiration. But like that sort of shit, do you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, what would that version of me do? And then acting as if, yeah, praying as if it's already been done. As a man thinketh, so is he. Yeah, and it's like Henry Ford said, whether you think you're right or you're wrong, you're right either way, some shit like that. It's the power of belief, yeah, like actually believing in your own greatness. 'Cause it's like, why are we so conditioned to play it small? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we playing it so small? Like, what good does that do? And then you realize it's because you don't think that you deserve it. There's a part of you that's been conditioned to play it small. Like maybe I remember I was brought up and I'd been conditioned to believe that I was bad at math, right? So when I was like 7 years old, I got a bad score in my math exam, and I got christened as being bad at math. Like, imagine saying that to a 7-year-old kid. You're bad at math because you got the lowest score in this class. And I went through life thinking I was bad at math. Or when I was younger, my family would always introduce me to new people as, oh, Kristian's shy, Kristian's quiet, Kristian's not good with new people. And I was soaking up all of this shit, right? I was soaking that energy up. Like, so point being, your environment's everything. Like the people that you're surrounding yourself with on a daily basis and the information you are ingesting about yourself, it all shapes your character. Yeah. So asking yourself, what do I believe to be true about myself that isn't? Because I guarantee there's so many beliefs you currently hold about yourself which are castrating you of your confidence. So live stream, I want you to write up your own Renaissance vision. Yeah. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? And what actions do you need to take to actually get there? How do you need to change the way that you think, you talk, you act, change the way that you dress, how you decide to spend money, how you invest money into experiences and people and networks? Like all of this stuff, it's creating that identity that we want. Well, how long have we been going on for? 32 minutes. Yeah, cool. I think I'm going to leave it there because I appreciate these live streams can be long, and I know you've probably got quite a few of them to catch up with, but yeah, this one's been really good. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, if you go onto Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, just type in Kristian Casanova podcast, and I'm going to start putting these onto the podcast platform. So you can just listen to them whenever you're on the go, whether you're on your commute to work or at the gym, or maybe as you're going around to day game, you might just be, I might just be coming into your ear. Yeah, I've got big empire vision for this year, man. I think that's the thing that I want to leave on, actually. Like, if you're not waking up every day with this desire to just penetrate the fucking world, to conquer, like, if you're not waking up every day being like, okay, how can I become the millionaire version of myself today? Like, if you're not having conversations with your friends talking about, okay, how can we become millionaires? How can we create such obscene value in the world that people just want to pay us? Like, if you're not having these conversations with people on the regular, if your conversations are you're just talking to Jane near the coffee machine about how fucked up you got on Saturday, like, there's no wonder why you're failing in every avenue in life. Like, it's not just day game, it's life game. Right? If you want to get results, girls come easy once you've got this shit figured out. Girls come easy once you know who you are. Girls come easy when you're living a lifestyle which excites you. Girls come easy when you have a lifestyle which they are desperate to be part of, right? Girls come easy when you make life difficult. That's it. It's when you make life difficult, when you have empire visions, when you want to become all you can be, and you're on a trajectory that no matter what, I'm going to achieve this. And when you've got a strong enough why that you can stomach anyhow, no one can stop you, right? No one can stop you. Tell yourself that. No one can stop me. I fear nothing. Success comes easy to me. I can achieve anything that I set my mind to. Tell yourself that you're special. Tell yourself that you're the chosen one. Tell yourself that the world is yours. The world is yours. Yeah. So yeah, bro, this is what it's at. Like getting girls, like, it's not about just going out and approaching. You have to change who you are at your very core, because if you were already that person, you'd already have the things that you wanted. So your dating life, financial life, social life, if all those things suck right now, it's because you are not currently the person that you need to be. So write down your Renaissance vision. Look at it every single day. Read it 3 times a day. Breakfast, dinner, lunch. Forget about eating food. You don't need it. It's breakfast, dinner, lunch. It's your Renaissance vision. Record it. Like speak it out to yourself. I'm gonna do this now. I've just thought of it. Speak it, like record it, and then you can listen like whilst you're on the move. Remember to speak about yourself in the third person, so it sounds as though someone else is saying it. So rather than hearing someone else be like, "Oh, Kristian is bad with people," you're just hearing like, "Kristian is the most fuckable man on the planet. Kristian achieves anything he sets his mind to." Fucking dogs are barking. they're Renaissance vision today. But yeah, look, girls come easy once you have everything that I've just said, right? Everything that I've just said, girls will come easy, right? It's life game. It's becoming all you can be so you can achieve everything that you want, right? Like this stream, like this live stream, otherwise I'm gonna bash you on the head with this fucking bottle, bro. One of those like classic scenes where it's like, you know, it's like gladiator. Don't fucking matter. What are you fucking funny? But yeah, no, like the live stream. Go over to Kristian Casanova on wherever you get your podcast. You can actually listen to these when you're on the go. But yeah, guess what we're gonna do tomorrow? Exactly the same fucking thing, bro. Exactly the same thing. So yeah, love you. Speak to you tomorrow. To glory we go.